Saludos mi gente, what's up gang? Fran Vega, welcome to the studio. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make your lasting board out of a lasting board panel. So all you need is a shoe last, a lasting board panel, some cardboard, knives, and patience. Let's get to it.
Frank Vega Studio. Footwear and accessories designer. Yeah.
So the first thing that you're gonna need, obviously, it's your lasting board. This guy right here, right? You're gonna need your shoe last. You're gonna need some sort of a cutting knife. And you're gonna need a good masking tape. It is recommended to use contractor quality, contractor grade. That would be the name of it. Contractor grade. All right, it has a good adhesive retention, and it's good for what we're gonna be doing. Also, you're gonna need a pattern paper like this. This is the pattern paper that we use at accessories and accessories design, not the pattern paper that it is used for fashion. You can also use cereal box cardboard. That works fine as well. If you have that at home, you can use that. So obviously, don't do it if you have, just whatever, do what you have to do. So great. Moving things from the sides. So we have our shoe last that first we're gonna tape up. So some people, some footwear designers, footwear makers, okay, people that went to school for footwear design and know the intricate parts of footwear making. Some people, they just go like this, okay, and they just grab a pencil and trace, cut out the shape, and then they nail it, and then with a knife they cut around it and make it nice and neat. But this is people that have a better hand skill and understanding of how to do this. Like, for example, for sort of a job like that, you will use this kind of knife. It's extremely sharp. So what you would do is, like, once the board, and you have an allowance here that you will cut off like so. Okay, so I might do it both ways. Okay, let me do the taped up way first. So we have the tape. Okay, so we cut a good piece of the tape first. That covers the whole length of the last. I would like to, so the tape won't curl up on my fingers. And place the tape on the center as best as you can of the last. like so. Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps to be perfect. Okay. So you see how with my fingers I'm pressing on the edge of the shoe last. This edge is called the feather. This is the feather line of your shoe last. This profile right here is called the feather. Okay. Sometimes I used to do a graphics install when I was younger, and if you have like a squeegee, it would help. Let me see if I have a squeegee around here. Actually, I do have a squeegee here. This is my squeegee, my box for graphic installing. So I have a squeegee here. Let me take it out the sleeve. This is a sleeve, so it won't scratch vinyl. So I like to do this. You can use anything that, you know, like a card, like, and work on your lines. You really want to have these lines as clean as possible, and you will see later why. All right. Now we get another piece of tape. Again, let's see. And you want to cover about 1/2 inch of the other tape. And again, with your fingers, rub that feather line. And the sharpest you have it, the better. Because we're gonna be placing more tape on top of this, so we want for this line to be crispy clean. Masking tape has a little bit of a stretch, so you can actually pull it with your fingers. You can just, you know, pull it with your fingers if you're having some little wrinkles around your feather line. Okay. And then again, once you're kind of like satisfied with your placement of your tape, do a little rub. Okay. Okay. So here on the arc, we're gonna get to that in a moment. Let me just. So when you tape up a shoe last, you know, we are taping up onto a 3D shape, right? This is a volumetric shape. And the shape that we're having here has a contour this way, this way, that way, so it's all rounded all over. Okay, we're gonna leave this arc for the last. On the last. Okay. So with my finger I'm feeling where you see this tension. So you're gonna grab your knife and do some cuts, like so. Okay. And these cuts will release the stress and tension of the tape. Okay, you see that? You see that? Right? Again. If you don't have a card, just grab your fingers and rub the edge. Get a well-defined edge here. Okay. And now for this last piece. Okay. Just again, half an inch. Tape. Fold. Okay. Okay. So normally we use the left side of the shoe last. For some reason, footwear design, they always start with the left side of the shoe last. I didn't notice that I grabbed the right side of the shoe last. Oh yes, because the left is here on this shoe, so that's why. Okay. So anyways, you can always flip it. Okay. So now we got this bad boy here stuck onto this last. So now we're gonna grab a sharp knife and you can just rub with the edge of the knife. You rub against the edge. Okay, you will start tearing that edge apart. Some people have the ability to cut on this line. Okay, so if you have a good hand control, you can do that. You know, you place your shoe last in between your legs, or you here, you know, very patiently you cut around, or very carefully you rub your blade against the edge of your shoe last. And this is recommended for beginners. So since we are beginners here, I'm showing you the beginner's way. Okay. Okay. Almost done. So let's see. We can start taping or taking off this tape. And you see what's happening. Okay, so the good way of doing it, like this, the tape method, is that you will have a pattern of this that you can use continuously for other models or other of your designs. The direct method, the second method I'm going to show you, it's faster, but you know, it's a one-time thing, so you just do it on the last. Always keep your hands away from the edge, just in case you slip, you don't cut yourself. So here we have it. Grab your piece of cardboard. Make it flat. So now we can start taking off the tape from the center. Now, starting from the center, lay it down. And this is when when this guy squeegee comes very handy. But if not, you use your fingers, rub that center away, because you want for this baby to lay down flat. Okay. And here we go. Okay. So now we have our lasting board shape here, and we just cut it out. Okay, so here we have our shape. Okay, this would be the lasting board. Okay, excuse me. So now here on our lasting board we have these arrows. So this is the way the arrows, this is the way it goes. Okay, you might want to write here the name of the shoe last and size. Okay, so it's very important so you won't forget, because if you're like me you will probably forget. So this right here, it's an all right, this right here, it's an AJ1 6 what men's 6.5, women's 7.5. Oops, sorry. All right, there we go. And that's that. And this is the lasting board. Lasting board. You don't want to forget. So now, again, with our weird shape, let me see. I want to get as close as possible to the edges. That way you save material. Always get as close as possible to the edges. So now I actually want to, let me see how trace that shape. Okay, let me see how good is this stuff. So I have this hook shape knife. That's what I'm gonna be using to cut this bad boy out. And first I want to go soft, just to get that groove in. Take your time. If this is your first time doing this, take your sweet time. I know anxiety, it's a big contributor to our mistakes, because we want things to be done as soon as possible, and sometimes we omit steps, important steps. So, all right, let me put this other way. So here I'm cutting on top of the line, on the line, okay, because it's easier for me to shave up any little bit of an excess. Okay, so that's why you have to be nice and sweet with this, and always keep your fingers away from your cutting path, unless you want to cut them off or cut yourself very, very badly, as I've done. Now that I have that line right there, now I can confidently start my cutting path and put more pressure. So a knife like this with a blade like this, okay, with a hook blade, is great for hard materials like this one because, well, the hook goes in there, and when you do this, you want to keep the blade parallel to your cut. You don't want to tilt it to the sides because then you will have a weird cut on your board. Okay, so here I still have a little lip. Okay, so now you have your lasting board. Okay. So normally when we do this, like at the studio or at the fashion school, at the footwear department, you use your fingers to feel the edge of the feather of your shoe last. This edge, it's called the feather. So we use our fingers to feel how things fit and sit, okay? Because even though we created this stencil, we need to give a shape to this lasting board. Okay, okay, so all right, so I'm gonna leave it here and then I'm gonna show you the other part later. Okay guys, on this first part I showed you how to tape up your shoe last, extract the shape of your shoe last bottom, tape it up to your cardboard, whatever that was, a cereal box, or a pattern making cardboard oak tag paper. Write the name AJ1, the size, and lasting board, because you know that's for you to make your lasting boards with. And then I'm just gonna show you how to like place it on top of the shoe last and give some shape to it, some profile to it. Okay, peace. Before saying peace, also, if you're here and if you like this content, you know, subscribe, like, share the content, whatever the new strategies are, you know what I'm talking about. Subscribe so you can stay updated with the current things that I'm continuously doing. Peace.
Frank Vega Studio. Graphics, Footwear Accessories Designer.